Hey everyone, how are you all doing? How are you holding up? Things just get crazier by the day and more uncertain by the day, doesn't it? And I know some of you may be thinking, gosh, how long is this quarantine stuff going to last? When are things going to go back to normal? What is normal anymore? Do we even know? Or at least when are things going to go back to, you know, businesses opening up and being able to go back to work and to school and things like that. So I just wanted to check in with you all and just touch base and let's chat for a little bit. So as some of you know, as I've shared in some recent videos, I have a part-time job in an essential business, and my God, it has been getting worse and worse, harder and harder to go to work. When I'm there, I'm really positive, I'm upbeat, I smile. As I like to say, I'm cool as a cucumber, and I just roll with it. But it does take a toll on me. I'm tired more than I normally am. My workouts have taken a back seat because I'm really putting my physical health and rest as, top priority. So I'm really just making sure that I'm eating really healthy. I've cut out some junk food. I started to slide down a little bit, but I've cut out the junk. I'm cooking, really good meals for myself, doing more meditation. I'm getting outside. And here in Colorado, when it is nice, I'm outside, but we are expecting a bunch of snow in the next couple of days. On days like that, and depending on where you live, if it's too cold or it's windy and nasty outside, you know what I do? I will turn on my TV and I'll stream through YouTube this live bird feeder cam from the Cornell Lab of Ornithology, and just, or any kind of like live feeder cam. I'm a bird lover. So if there's something like that, that's my way of bringing nature into my home and connecting with the sounds of water or birds and trees and things like that. So if you got some nasty weather, that might be something you want to try so that you still stay grounded. So a couple a couple of things I wanted to address today is, like I said, I'm on the front lines. I'm interacting with people every day, and now it's like 90% of people are wearing masks and gloves when they come in. More and more of my coworkers are as well. And, what I've noticed as this increases is that there's also this more of a lot of judgment and an increase in fear. So if people see me not wearing a mask or not wearing gloves, often people will look at me, and I've had my coworkers say as well, like people will just shoot daggers at you for not doing that. Or if you're happy and positive and upbeat and smiling, people sometimes will look askance at you, and almost the feeling is like, well, your positivity, your optimism is a mockery of my fear. And it's this feeling of, well, why on earth are you happy? Don't you see what's going on? Well, you shouldn't be happy. There's this feeling of that for some, that if they see someone being optimistic, that's being irresponsible. Well, you shouldn't be that way because we're all in fear and we're all in lockdown. You should be too. And so everyone is coming at this from a different place. Some people are saying, well, there's this virus and it's real and it's getting worse and we're damn afraid. And then other people are saying, no, there is no virus. There's this whole other agenda, and there's a lot of things to that agenda going on, and they believe that. And then there are, other beliefs about it. Some people not taking it seriously at all, don't believe anything, and all these different things. Strong opinions, strong emotions, all this stuff. And life as we knew it is gone. And many people may be grieving over the way things were and saying, I just want to be able to go and buy some damn groceries, or just go to the movie theater, or go out to a restaurant, or go hang out with friends without having someone bark at me and saying, hey, no, 6 feet, 6 feet. A lot of strong feelings right now, a lot of beliefs coming up. But as humans tend to do, we tend to polarize. We divide, we separate, we discriminate. and we say, this is the way it is. This is what I believe. Why aren't you doing that too? Why aren't you acting the way I'm acting? Why aren't you acting or feeling the way I feel? And so for those people that say, I'm wearing a mask and I'm wearing gloves and I have glasses on and everything, or a bandana tied around my face, why aren't you? What's wrong with you? What's your problem? And so has become this polarization, or if someone says, there's a hidden agenda, there's all this stuff going on, there's the 5G, there's mandatory vaccinations coming soon, there's this whole other thing going on, this insidious change to how we're all going to be living. Well, and no, the virus is a hoax and so on. So, what is the common denominator in all of those different ways of thinking? And I'm not here to tell you what to believe. I have my own thoughts. I've done a lot of research and I have my own thoughts. But what I'm here to do is to talk not about believe this, not that, because that's not what I want to do to anyone. But when I look at that and I realize, well, the common denominator in all of those is some kind of fear. It's some amount of fear towards, here's the virus, it's really bad, it's getting worse. What if I die? What if my loved ones die? Or we're going to lose our freedom. We're going into more censorship. 5G is coming out. What about all that unhealthy radiation? What about all these correlations and causations? What about all these things? That is also motivated by fear. I'm going to encourage you during this time when it's difficult to know what to do, it's getting hard to continue to be this way, and to not have a sense of normalcy and regular routines right now, or income right now. What do we do? Well, I think what we have to do, as I've been talking about a lot on this channel, is loving ourselves, and also to extend love and tolerance and gratitude to everyone around us too, because we're all dealing with this in the best way that we know how. We're doing the best that we can given a very unique and challenging situation. And to know that we will get through this. We won't be the same. We will have hopefully learned a lot. And anytime, we have a big global situation like this, we can learn so much as humanity. I've said this in previous videos. There is so much opportunity for us to grow and ascend spiritually and to raise our vibrations. And I've talked a little bit about how we are moving from this Piscean age, the time of looking outside of ourselves for our beliefs and outside of ourselves for someone else to tell us why and what the way things are, and instead moving into the Aquarian age, where we look within, where we realize we can master and overcome lower vibrations and things of ourselves, parts of ourselves, and realize that we do have more control over our outcomes, that we're not just victims. And what I see has happened with a lot of this is that many of us feel like we're victims. And it's this thing is happening out there. I can't do anything about it. What if this? What if that? What if I get it? Or what if this happens? What if we lose more control? What if we lose more freedom? I'm afraid. That's survival mode. I have spent a lot of my life living in survival mode. I know it well, and I know the toll that it takes on the body. I know in times that have been particularly rough for me, when I have been in some really bad situations, it always affected my health in a negative way. It made me sick. It gave me weird symptoms, and I'd go to the doctor and they'd say, everything looks fine, you're normal. But I was not feeling normal at all. And I know for myself, and for others, when we go into survival mode, we're not at our best. Our immune system is not functioning at an optimal level. It is being hampered by stress and stress hormones that are being released. So this is a time for optimism, and it is a time for being open. We have to be open. The minute we feel fear, we close up, we resort to self-preservation, we become judgmental and critical, and we are easily controlled. Think about it. Anytime that you are in fear and you're like, oh shit, I gotta look out for myself and my family, and it's us against this thing out there in the world. And we are also more easily controlled. We are more susceptible because we are ready to grasp onto something again that will give us a feeling of stability and safety and normalcy again. That's why fear can be so dangerous. It can be very helpful in other situations, but in this situation, it doesn't give us an advantage. It gives us a disadvantage. So we have to watch where we are putting our energy, and what you put your focus on is going to grow. So if you're going to the grocery store or you're going out somewhere in public and you are terrified and afraid, and maybe you yell at some other person, hey, what are you doing? Don't get so close to me. People. What you're doing there is you are lowering your own resistance, when the best thing we can do is have an attitude of optimism and positivity. Not that we're being ignorant, not that we are ignoring what is going on and just being stupid. We absolutely should take precautions, but we also need to maintain a sense of optimism and especially empowerment. To be empowered and to do and think in ways that keep us feeling good, that keep us feeling happy and keep us feeling joyful. Now, when I'm not at my part-time job and I'm home and I'm doing other things, I feel great. I feel happy, I feel balanced, I get outside a lot when it's not snowing. And, just regular life things. While when I go into work, that becomes harder to maintain. It's a struggle. But we can do this. When we go through hard things, it helps us to grow if we let it, and to develop compassion and empathy. Sometimes, when we go through hard life experiences, when we come out of that and we come through on the other side, we learn tremendous empathy if we let it. Because now we know what it's like to have gone through whatever hardship. And we're all going through a hardship right now. So let's remember not to fight one another, not to polarize each other, not to be more divided, but to understand and be tolerant of each other. We're all doing the best that we can, the best that we know how. And this is uncharted territory. It truly is. So that's my message for today. I hope you will stay strong, stay optimistic, and remember to stand in your power, to stand in a pillar of strength, to stand in your empowerment. And empowerment is being sure-footed. It's remaining steadfast, as I said in my last video, and staying strong. Keep your head and don't drink the Kool-Aid of fear. That's it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. I'll talk to you soon.